guest Monika Khatwani will give a speech on mental health and corporate culture. So I would like to um, give a brief introduction in brief about Monika Khatwani. She is actually a psychologist and has been giving training in various corporate and educational institutes and has been closely working in improving life skills of people, helping them in achieving emotional, personal, and professional development. Her objective is to uplift people's lives and work on morality and good societal values. She has 14 years of experience in corporates with various industries like IT, BPO, franchise, e-commerce, retail, and education. She has also headed various domains like sales, marketing, HR, training, customer service, has delivered training globally. She has also worked with college and school students and has been helping them to choose the career and working on their life skills. She has more than 100 corporate clients globally. And she's also been giving counseling sessions to individuals and teams for mental health. As a part of CSR, she is involved with Onudip Foundation, which helps students in skill development. She has many blogs on LinkedIn and Facebook page related to education, career development, employment, human resources, wellness and organization development, mental health, motivation, behavior and corporate skills. She is also an international blogger. She has not only trained people from mid or executive level but also the top management. Besides being an expert in training and development, she is also an author, counselor, life coach, and global speaker. Everyone, I'm welcoming Monika Khatwani to our today's episode on mental health and corporate culture, and I'm hoping all of your participation uh, through the entire webinar. Thank you all. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank, thank you very much for inviting me for this. It is really a pleasure to actually invoke the world about the mental health because we all understand at this moment of time the corporate culture and the what I would say mental health are very much into the mind. But how do we actually maintain a work-life balance? That is more important. Now we have seen recently that there are so many crises that has led to the immense stress, not only in the employees which are at the bottom level, but also top management, higher management and all. Our economy has basically gone down recently and it has happened globally. Not only one country has suffered due to this, but globally the people have suffered due to the corona situation. So what has happened basically? I would like to start with that. When this COVID-19 came, when this corona situation has really started, the people having their own businesses, the people who are having their own jobs, now they have been laid off. Laid off in the sense they have been either asked to leave, or they have been actually asked so that their salary should be minimized, or they have been given the break without any pay. So this has actually led to the immense stress in people's lives. So today we will talk about some of the stress management techniques that we can do of ourselves and how corporates at this moment of time can actually cooperate with their employees and help them gain their self confidence, because somehow we all believe that this also shall pass. So this situation will definitely pass away soon. Then what? We will be having the negative mental health, or we will be having the lack of employees in our organization, and how we are going to tackle at that moment of time. Like big companies have fired many people. that has led to not only the stress in the employees who were working there, but also to the top management, also to the people who have been running the company for a very long time. So suddenly shutting down the business has caused lot of mental health problems. So, being a psychologist, I have been dealing with the mental health problems all over the world. And recently, in this, I would say in last 4 to 5 months, I have, you won't believe that globally the clients are coming and they have the same problem, that they are facing depression. They are having so much of stress that they are not able to cope up with. Now, what should we do? As a corporate, till the time you don't have food to eat, you will be in stress. You will always think that what exactly we should do. Um, Suppose, let's say, my job has been laid off, and then I have a pressure for to run my family. What should I do? That is so natural for me to go on stress and think that what should I do? And slowly, what happens? I will not be in a situation to cope up with stress. Not only this, but my working capacity will also go low down. So we should all, as a team, as a self, should work on ourselves because situations will improve. Some corporates, I would say, if I talk about the corporate culture, there is a corporate culture. Some corporate culture is a sales culture. Some corporate cultures are customer centric culture. So we need to, when we are basically talking about the sales culture, what happens in the sales culture? In sales culture, the people are only the sales centric. If they are selling their products, for example, if I tell you about a shopkeeper who has been selling the grocery product. So when the person is selling the grocery product, if there are no sales, there will be no business, and there will be no business, there will be stress. So because money is very important at this moment of time to, I would not say to actually, we don't want so many, we might not have many things to, we might not want to achieve many things, but we definitely want to have the survival. We definitely want to have that, how we should survive at this moment when everything is going in vain. So there are few things that we need to work on, and how we need to work on that we are going to tell you today. So whether the person is a top management or executive level, or whether the person is in corporate or not in corporate, how to manage the stress is one of the things that the person should know about themselves. So first, there is a very small exercise that we all do, and that has been really wonderful. So when I say, first of all, I would talk about the self-awareness. So what is self-awareness? Knowing myself that yes, I am something, or what kind of person I am. No, right now we are not talking about that sort of self-awareness. So in order to manage the stress, what type of self-awareness we are talking about is that, do we know what are our strengths? Do we know what are our weakness? Do we know that what are our threats? So we should work upon it. I mean, for example, if I give you an example, let's say my strength is, for example, my strength is painting, or I like painting. I would not say strength, but let's say I have known myself, I know my hobby is painting. So at that time of crisis, when I don't have any other option, or maybe my salary is not coming, or maybe I'm actually facing the financial crisis, how can I develop my hobbies or my skills as a source of income? So this is very important to figure it out. What are your hobbies? How can your hobbies be your strength? For example, I love painting. So when I love painting, how proficient I am in painting? Can I paint up to the mark that the people will buy my painting, or people can purchase my painting, or I can start something, a channel where I can teach people painting? What can I do? How can I actually convert my hobby into an opportunity? So once I'm able to convert my hobby into a strength, then into opportunity, then what it is helping me not only to divert my mind from the stress, not only thinking about the things are not happening, but to think about how the things can work in my life. Maybe if you're getting 50K or 60K amount as a salary a month, at that moment of time, you might not get 50 or 60K from this profit, but yes, something is better than nothing. And what is happening? You're developing your skills. You are actually developing your mental health. And I don't know why, but I have seen that people are very concerned about physical health. They ignore the problems like stress, depression, and slowly, what happens? It comes to a point where exactly the people are leading to. I mean, first it is a normal depression. Today I'm feeling sad, maybe. And then tomorrow also I'm feeling sad for the same issue. Then again I'm feeling sad. And it has been like weeks and weeks. Then it converts into the clinical depression. And we don't get to know. Because sometimes what we do that we like to get pampered, we like to that people are actually asking for us, we don't like to get off the bed. So it is very important not only to talk about physical health but also about the mental health. And this time when you have the capability and opportunity to develop your skills from your hobbies, you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to purchase anything, you just need to find a way that how can you convert it. I'll give you the another example for that. The another example is like suppose I have a hobby of writing, and now sometimes it came to my mind. That's my personal example to be very true. So it came to my mind that I have a hobby of writing, but sometimes I write, sometimes I don't write. So I thought, why should not I develop into my skill? I kept on writing. I kept on writing. Then it clicked on my mind that I should write a book. Then I thought of writing a book. Then I try to find the places that where I can publish the book. So I published the book. So there are many options, free and paid. Both are available. It's just that you need to find out, you need to explore it. You need to actually give a time to yourself to explore it more. So when I became an author, so it gave me an immense pleasure. And that part of my life was I was only doing in my leisure time. I never thought of being an author. I never thought of being a writer, but it happened because I focused in my bedtime what hobbies I have and how can I develop into skill. So it is very important to know yourself that what hobbies you have. Your hobbies could be photography. So you need to find that you need to practice a lot. You need to develop it as a skill. And this moment of time, you will be able to see so many things on the internet that are available for free. So just explore yourself, make your strength or make your hobby into a skill, and then convert into the opportunity. Somehow in the time of crisis you will definitely be benefited out of it, like I got benefited out of it. So it is very important to know you yourself a better. Now second thing I would talk about, we talk about weakness and threats. So when we talk about weakness and threats, what happens when we have the weakness? Let's say I have a fear of heights. So, can I work on my weakness at this moment of time? Can I challenge myself at this moment of time? Why should not I channelize my energy in something that is more innovative, or rather than thinking about what will happen, what will happen, what will happen, and how will I come out of it? I am the source of generating my source of income. I am the source who can work all the way, because if the problem lies in you, the solution also lies in you. It's just that you need to make a particular decision. You need to explore yourself. You need to work yourself because your life is precious. Every other thing which is in the environment will subtly go away and will be better. But what is more important at this moment of time for you to be happy, and how to be happy? Not by just doing saying I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. trust me, it doesn't work till the time you would be having the pressure in your mind that how the things will work in the future. So first you need to find out that what things you need to work on and how you need to work on, and that also comes from the self awareness. So just try to find out your hobbies, try to find out how you can convert these hobbies into skills, and then how you can convert the skills into the opportunities. So this is the one thing that will help you improve the mental health. So the major part that people are suffering here are the financial issues. The people are suffering from the loss of job. So can this time be a good time for their mental health? If somebody has a hobby of reading, so can they develop reading as a skill, or can they come up with some innovative ideas where they can attract more readers and can earn money out of it? So it's just that you need to explore that what sort of hobbies you have, what sort of skills you have, how you can develop your hobby into skills, how you can actually make up your skills into opportunities. So it's all in your hand. It's just you need to explore a little bit on yourself. It's been said that we actually try to talk to other people, we try to find the problems in the other people, we try to question other people. But have you ever seen yourself? Have we ever known ourselves? Trust me, even at this point of time, I would say I don't know myself completely. So it is very important to know yourself rather than putting a blame game to others and questioning that this is not happening, they are not doing it. Why should I concentrate on the negative things in my life? It's not happening really that everything is negative. There is definitely something that is positive. I just need to find it out. I just need to express it. I just need to find a way to do it. And the second best thing I would tell you that what happens when you actually stress. Sometimes you start shouting, you get the anxiety, and you have the sleepless nights. You are not able to work on it. So this is all you know that you're not able to sleep. Why? Because the your hormones are not letting you sleep. There is a sort of energy in your body, and if you channelize that energy in the right way, you will get the immense results and the wonderful results in your life. Because what happens when we get angry? So you might have seen when you're normal at a calm state, it is very nice. You are peaceful. Everything is good. But when you get angry, you might see the changes not only mentally but physically also. You get the palpitations, your fist gets warm, or you get start sweating. Something like that happens. So when all this thing happens, what happens? That means the transfer of your hormones in your body has increased. So when there is a more transference, that means there is a more energy in our body. And when there is a more energy in our body, why can't we utilize this energy into good things rather than in something that is not good for us? If we do anger, it is very good to express. I'm not saying that don't be angry, but it is very good to express. But being angry and being expressed are two different things. We all have anger in ourselves. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it is a way of expression. But if it is too much, that means you have too much energy in your body. Try to channelize the energy. And channelize the energy means do something that you like at that moment of time. Start painting. Do something that gives you happiness. And trust me, because that time the energy level is so high that your body starts getting neuron activity into the good things, and your brain cells start working on it. Because, for example, this is a hand, and I push my hand this way. So this is the energy of your anger right now. So when I'm pushing this, so what will happen? At certain amount of time, this hand will move. So this hand will move. So this is my energy. Now it's on me that how I should actually convert this energy in the negative form or in the positive form. Should I start painting or working on my hobby when I'm angry and channelize the energy into the right direction? Or I ruin myself, my mental health, and my physical health? Because mental health ruination eventually leads to the ruining of your physical health. We all know about it. The more stress you would be having, the more problems you will be having in your life. The because People at a young age, they don't understand that they should not be taking the stress, and it is very much recommended for the people, especially who are adolescent age, like I would say the age of 15 to 20, they should be actually sleeping 8 to 9 hours. And because what is happening nowadays, we are so engrossed in watching the news channels, or we are so engrossed in watching Netflix, or we are so engrossed in watching many sites that makes it curious and that keeps it curious. Till the time this episode is not finishing, we will not go to sleep. Or till the time we are not finishing or chatting on the phone, we will not go to sleep. But at the age of 17, 19, and 20, 17, 18, 19, 20, if you do not take care of your sleep, later stages you will definitely feel lot of stress. Even if somebody would say something to you, like if you will be somebody would say you, you're not good, maybe he might have been kidding to you, you will feel bad about it. So that level of stress has been found in the people when the people are not having a good sleep at that particular age group. So after that, you could have the 7 to 8 hours sleep, but 8 hours sleep at ages is very important. Don't compromise on that, because it is actually related to your mental health, related to your stress and anxiety hormones that are located at the amygdala, the part of the brain. So I'm not going into the deep what part of the brain and all. So you need to very much take care of all these things, because it is very important, so that you feel happy, you feel good. Because till the time you are here, everything is here. And if you are not here, nothing is here. So it is very important for taking care of yourself, not only physically, people having going to gym, people having doing yoga and helping their physical health to be good, but nobody is working on the mental health. What mental health exercise you are doing? Have you been playing the some and mental health exercise? I don't mean only doing the yoga or meditation or something. What I mean also that when you do talk about mental health, I also involve you. I also want to you to involve in some sort of reading books, in some sort of, because it has been scientifically found that when you read books, what happens? Your neuron activity actually works very calmly, and that gives you the immense, not only the immense knowledge, but also uh, your body posture, I would say, or your mental health problems will be relieved. How? Because the neurons act in such a way that, because what happens when you read a book and you are in a very calm state, so it actually works on your mind to remain in a calm state. And it is not mandatory that I would say that you should read novels if somebody is not fond of reading the novels. It is not mandatory. Whatever the topic you think you can read about, whatever book, maybe it is an education book, it is not education, maybe even it is a comic book. So anything that interests you, do that. Read books. So, apart from that, I would tell you that meditation, how meditation is very helping. People have been always questioning about that really the meditation solves the problem or not, and what is the scientific thing related to the meditation. So, we always get to know that, and meditation, trust me, it is not like that you are chanting something and you're closing your eyes and then you are in the other world. No, this is not the meditation. Meditation is also that you are sitting in a comfort place and just focusing on what you are doing. For example, right now I'm actually giving the training, or I'm giving the webinar. So my focus is only on the webinar, not only outside surroundings, what is happening, what is not happening, or somebody saying something or not. So this is what meditation is. Because what happens? How do we start meditation? Concentrating on the breathing. So once you are starting concentrating on something, maybe this webinar, if your whole mind, soul, and body are in this webinar, so that means you are meditating. So this is how meditation should work. It's not only always chanting. And how meditation actually helps? Meditation actually helps by increasing the neuron activity in your body, and that chemical energy actually reduces the stress hormones that are located at amygdala and the anxiety hormones. So this is how it gives you the peace and the subtle mind, wherein You, rather than finding the problem, you try to find the solution to the problem. Let's say I'm having the problem, I don't have the job right now, or I don't have the money right now, or maybe it could be any problem. There could be XYZ problem, there are lots of problems, but how solution focused I can be, how much focus I should be on the solutions rather than on problems. And it has also been scientifically proved. More I talk about problems, more I question about problems, or more I think about the problems, it go on increasing. For example, if I keep on saying, I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money, and trust me, there will be a time when I really would be having no money, zero money, and I would not be able to, I would go into that situation that I would not be able to come up with that. So it is very important to do not repeat your negative thoughts or negative things, because the more you will say, the more it will happen. Because what is happening right now, you're not focusing on the solution. What you're focusing on, problem. I may be actually questioning about it, that let's say I'm questioning that my problem is कि I haven't got the job, or my problem is that I how would I clear my exams, or my problem could be that I haven't cleared my exams, now this year has gone, how could I do that? So rather than focusing on problems, trust me, you will try to find the solutions yourself. So always try to be solution focused. For any XYZ problem, you need to maintain a diary. For any XYZ problem, you yourself write it down. What could be the problem solution? Don't write just the problem. You yourself try to write it down, at least 5 to 10 problem solutions. And trust me, from these 5 to 10, at least 1 to 2 solutions will definitely work. And this is actually, we suggest not only to clients, we do apply on ourselves. It is not, we are all human, so problem comes from our life also. So what we do is that we actually maintain a journal wherein what I have written the problem only one time, but I have written the solution 10 times. The solution can be repeated or cannot be repeated. Maybe it has a 10 different solutions. What should I do? Now, what has happened? Now my concentration, my mind is not going to the problem. What my concentration is going on the solution of the problem. No, this could not be a solution because this has loophole. Then what could be the solution? Now I'm thinking about the solution. And this practice actually will happen slowly and slowly. It would not happen that I'm thinking about it today, that I have solution, and then tomorrow I have got the solution. No, we need practice, we need patience for that. And once we have the patience to do that, trust me, our life will change. You will be more happy in your life, whatever the situation is. Trust me, whatever the situation is, you will always be focusing on your solutions, not on the problems. Maybe somebody has a problem in the family. Somebody has a problem with their parents. Somebody has a problem, personal problems, professional problems, any type of problem. But there is no problem. If there is a problem, there is a solution too. So we should always focus on solution. And the best thing is, the solution doesn't lie in anybody's hand. The solution lies in your hand. You are the best person to choose it. So when I say, let's say for if I talk about the corporate culture, let's say my company is into sales. At this particular moment of time, there are the chances that the sales are not happening or not happening to the point. But what is the solution? Can I sell my product digitally? Can I make my product reach to the different market rather than concentrating on the one market? What is the solution for this? For example, let's say if my problem is a customer centric, my company corporate culture is customer centric. So what is my problem? That the customers are not reaching me, or I'm not able to reach the customer. So what could I do to reach the customer? Should I do webinars like this to reach the customers, or how I need to focus on the customer? Should I be taking the references, or should I be actually design some other product or ask the feedback from the customer, so that it gain a trust in the customer's mind that yes, I'm still available and I'm there to help them. So time to time you need to change the things, and change management is very important, that we have all learned that this COVID situation has already made us learn a lot. That change is a part of life and we need to accept it and move forward. Till the time we would be concentrating or focusing on the same thing and we would not like to change, the things will not go in a good way. The things will always remain subtle and we will not be able to move forward in our life. Take an example of a child. Child is reading ABCD in class first or nursery. Okay. And just imagine that child is continuously reading the ABCD when he is grown up also. What will happen? His mind will be restricted to ABCD only. He will only know ABCD. He will not know anything about it. So similarly, this is how our mind works. We need to keep exploring it. And at this moment of time, when maybe the offline opportunities have lowered down, but online opportunities have immensely increased. So we need to not only focus on online or offline, we need to focus on both because we never know that when situations will be changed. We never know what could happen. So we should be ready to prepare. So it is well said. I don't know who has said this, but it is very well said that if plan A fails, we have 25 more letters B, C, D, E, F, G, H till Z. So keep on exploring yourself. There is definitely a solution. And trust me, the problem doesn't is not so much big than the solution would be. And if you would talk about the case history of some case studies of some people, you might notice the people who have struggled a lot are actually the people who have been renowned, who are actually the people who are very famous in this world today, and they are doing good. So it is very important, very, very important to explore yourself. Don't be disheartened. Don't be disappointed in your life because things happen and we are all humans. And trust me, and the other thing I would say that first accept it because I have been seeing as a psychologist that the people don't accept that they have the problem. So till the time you don't accept it, trust me, there is no solution to it. So you should accept it. For example, like let's say I have an anger issue, but I'm pretending to the people that I don't have the anger issue. I won't be able to work on my problem. For example, I am facing the problem in my office and I'm not accepting it. I'm just saying, no, it's okay, things happen. I'm not accepting you. Yes, it's good to say it's okay, but to what level? If it is hampering your mental health, if it is giving you so much of a stress, so at least accept that this is a problem and this is how you need to work on. Till the time I won't accept, I have a loss in business, but I'm not accepting it. That yes, there is no loss in in my business and all. So how will you work on it? So how will you recover the loss when you're not even accepting it? So trust me, first accept it and then work on it. People, I have also seen the people saying that okay, I have a loss in business, but when everything will go okay after this COVID situation, it will get back to normal. But are you sure about it? Are you sure that how long will it take? Are you really sure that the things will get back to normal in the same way, or it would require a change? So be prepared for that. It is very important to be prepared for the changes that this situation has taught us and how to implement those changes, how to work on their changes. Don't always stick to plan A. Have some options available that if this will not work, this has to work. If this will not work, this has to work. But stick on to your goal. For example, I have a goal of reaching the customers, 1,000 customers. So how would I reach my 1,000 customers? If offline thing is not working, online thing could work. If online thing is not working, reference could work. So how I'm going to do that? Make two, three plans. Make your goal one goal. Like suppose I want to be an author. So let's say if it is your goal or any goal, let's say if I talk about the corporate, I want to have let's say 100 crore turnover of my company this year. How would I do that? Should I blame the COVID situation or should I change the policy, or should I do some changes? If it was on the offline mode, I should have gone to the online mode. Maybe you would not reach 100 crore, but you would reach close to it. So don't think that yes, it is not time measurable or it is not actually reachable. You can do it. Just you need to focus and explore more opportunities for yourself. So yeah, these are small little things. When you become the solution oriented and you will actually able to manage your stress yourself, you will be more happy in your life. And trust me, uh, you will not even find the problems in the later stages. You will see, oh, this is a thing. I have the solution for this. So this is very important to actually work on your problems and find a solution, not only focusing on a problem. So when you're focusing on the problem increases. When I'm focusing on ABC, I would be skilled in ABC, and I'm not learning the maths, I would be zero in maths. So similarly, if I focus on the problems, my problems will increase. If I'm focusing on the solutions, my solutions will increase, and I will be more solution uh, oriented. And any problem that will come into my life, I will be able to solve it. Whether it is a personal problem, whether it is a professional problem, this practice we need to do it from the beginning. So, third part of thing I would like to tell that we have spoken about meditation right now. We have spoken about yoga right now, and the best thing we forget is laughter. What happens when we laugh? So, it's you might have seen recently the old people go into the garden and they laugh uselessly, and they laugh. What happens when you laugh? There is a hormonal change in your body when you laugh. There is a release of the dopamine when you laugh. And when the dopamine is released from your body, it helps you to keep a good mental health. It helps you to keep happy person. So even if you don't have anyone to laugh with, laugh yourself. At least spend 5 to 10 minutes on yourself and laugh. Laugh. Or see a comedy serial. Anything that you can do, but at least every day make it a habit that at least for 10-15 minutes either you watch some comedy serial, or either you will spend some time with your friends, family, anyone who make you laugh. So no matter what sort of problems you are facing in your life, but at least at that moment of time also you can go ahead and watch some comedy serial that will make you laugh. At least the hormones will trigger, and that will help you to be in good mental health. So please keep laughing, keep I would not say smiling this time, because smiling is not helping you to release any good hormones. So keep laughing. And when you laugh, you are helping yourself, not somebody else. You are helping yourself to have a good mental health. And till the time you are not happy, you cannot keep anybody else happy. So please stay happy, and then you will be successful, not only in covering your mental health, not only covering your physical health, but also you will be more solution oriented person. So keep on doing these things. And now, apart from that, I would like to talk about when we have spoken about the self awareness, converting hobbies into opportunities, converting our own dreams into opportunities. And when the worst time is happening, actually, the best thing happens. Um for example, if somebody has been laid off, I will tell you, if you, I don't know, you might have heard about of Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, who has been a very comedian, and he has been very silent in all his shows. So, what is the story behind it? He was rejected because he had a speech problem, and because he was rejected, he started his own company where the whole world knows him now. And he has not been speaking in the whole comedy show, but he is very renowned. So sometimes when we do have some disability, or we have some problems we need to cope up with, and maybe that is the reason how can we get a fame or a name, or how can we do that. You might have seen recently the people have been so motivated, even they have a physical disability or mental disability. You won't believe, even the Bill Gates, if you will check it on Google, you will get to know he has a speech problem that is called the Asperger's. But he is in the top millennial list. So problems cannot stop you till the time you are focused. So it is very important to focus on the solution rather than the problem. You even if you would try to Google it, you will find that he has got Asperger's. That is the problem with the speech. That is a psychological disorder. But still, he is a millionaire and a very renowned person. So if something would have stopped him, he would have think, no, I have a problem. I cannot do that. I could not do that. Then he would not have succeeded in his life. So in order to get succeed, you need to be solution oriented rather than the problem oriented. And the other thing I would talk about yoga. Yoga is the best way to do release the stress. Why yoga? Because when we do yoga, there are some physical exercises that are involved in yoga that not only helps you to keep physically good, but the amount of time you spend, the amount of hormones that are released during the yoga time are actually helping to release the good hormones from hypothalamus. What happens when actually it triggers the hypothalamus and the hormones, which are the pleasure hormones, like you can say dopamine, that whatever the pleasure hormones are there, they get released. And you won't only get the physical fitness, but also the mental fitness. Now, coming back to the corporate culture. Nowadays, many of us are working from home. So it was supposed to be found that working out from home has to actually give a person some relax. But it has actually happened opposite to it. What has happened when the person are working from home? The stress has increased. There are so many people who have come to us that we are working from home and we actually have the more stress than related to the stress that we were having during the office. Because what happens in the office, you get a proper office environment. And if actually this, when it is happening to you and you are in the office environment, what happens? So you are getting a proper environment, you have the boss and you have the environment to work on. And then what happens suddenly that you have come to work, wherein your parents are talking at the back, your family is talking at the back, and you have some work to do, some here, other work to do. And that has actually increased the time of work without the quality of work. We are not getting the quality, but the time of work has increased and the quality of work has decreased. So it has given the people stress, not only the people who are actually working at the down level, but also the people who are actually at the top level because the employees are not able to submit their work on the time. So this has also increased the immense stress. What should we do in that case? We cannot go out right now. This is the situation, and we cannot force our employee to do at the situation. So in order to do that, maintain a proper place where actually you can work. Obviously, when you are at home, there will be some household work that will be bothering you or questioning to you, or maybe they will be actually ruining your what you are doing right now. But ask yourself, are you really focused on your work when you're working, when you are at home, or your mind is still wandering to other places? So, what happens when mind wanders and how you can remain focused? So, when your mind is wandering to different things, maybe household work and maybe some other things that you need to do, you need to accomplish at your home. So, what happens then? How can you stay focused on the same work? So you need to stay focused by not only concentrating what you are doing, but also you need to stay focused by writing things that are bothering you. Once you will write down the things, then again you will find the solution. Let's say my family is speaking from behind. Okay, what can I do for that? Can I sit in the another room where there is a less noise, or can I ask them to give me a break for this time? What can I do? Or can I finish my work in the night when nobody is speaking? What type of work you have, that also depends. So it is very important to know that what you're working for and how you're working for and how everything is going with you. So next thing I would talk about decision making. Decision making is very important in the corporate culture. What happens when we make decisions? Suppose I have to make a decision that I should go to the market. It's a simple decision. I should go to the market or I should not go to the market. So when I think that I should go to the market, is it raining or it is not raining? How raining will harm? This is a small decision I'm talking about. But there are so many big decisions in our life that we need to take, and we need to focus on that how decision making process helps. So always try to make a flow chart in your mind. First, if you're not very skilled, try to make a flow chart on your paper, on your any copy, and then try to make a flow chart like, okay, if I take this decision, what are the pros? What are the cons? And if there are pros, then will something happen apart from that? Or if there are cons, how can these cons could be solved or can be worked on? So there is a complete decision making process that I give training in the corporates actually. So it is a very vast topic that I cannot cover in this moment of time right now. So we will talk about more focus on the mental health. So it is very important for the mental health also that you have the good decision making skills. And trust me, everybody on our path is really having the good decision making skills. I mean, even you, me, anyone. It's just that we need to think a little more about it. How we are going to focus and help this situation, how it is going to really help us, and how it is going to actually work with us. So it is very important that how decision making process has to be working for us. So we talk about the life skills also. How life skills are important? Like during the corporate culture, you have the family to support. Okay, you have not been able to give the time to your family, and trust me, this is the time when you can actually give the time to your family. The people have been always complaining that you don't give the time. I'm not able to give time to the family. I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to do that. But don't you feel this is really the time when you actually give time to your family? Can be with them. Small children have been facing issues like they have the problem, they are not able to do that, and they are actually not working. My children are very aggressive. Teenagers, especially, I would talk about, are very aggressive. They are not listening to their parents. What should we do? Should we actually ruin them, or should we actually spoil them? Should we talk to them? What should we do? What should actually be done? So during this time, if I would say, if I talk about the parenting part, especially during the teenager and this time the corporate culture, how I'm relating it to corporate is that because when you are in a corporate life, you are not able to have the work-life balance. And we are not able to have the work-life balance, something would suffer. Either your work would suffer, either your life would suffer, your family, your relation would suffer. So it is very important to have the work-life balance. So I would basically say the work is only a part. Rest is all life. We spend 8 to 9 hours in the work. Rest are where we spend. We spend on ourselves. We spend on family. So it is very important to keep it that way. And when you're giving time about the parenting, if I would talk about what is a good parenting, the parenting is not only like shouting on your children or talking to your children politely. There are pros and cons of both. I would tell you recently we have faced a client wherein the person uh, was having the problem because the teacher told her that your project is not up to the mark, and he was in stress. He was actually trying to commit the suicide that time. So the question came, it was just a normal thing. We are habitual of listening all these things. The project is not up to the mark. But what triggered in his mind? Then we went to the case history and then we got to know that his parents has always pampered the child. His parents have always shown that the goodness in him. They never reveal that there is something, there could be something, as you're a human, there could be something there is that is lacking. So the person got into that state of stress that he was trying to commit suicide. Similarly, if you would see the people who are most intelligent try to commit suicide if they are even not getting the, even they are lacking the 1% or 2%. Why it is happening? It is happening because the expectations from the parents, the expectations from others, the benchmark they have set or the benchmark the parents have set for them is too high. So if a small kind of, I would say, disapproval disheartens them so much that they try to do all these things. So it is very important to maintain a balance of not only love for the child or care for the child, but also the child should be scolded and told that what are the problems he is having and how he should be working on it. So it has to be very, it is very important to actually teach the life skills from the beginning so that the people should be prepared to handle the situations and should be able to solve their any problem by themselves. They should not be saying that if somebody is not doing this to me, and then I would be ruined. No, the problem is with you, the solution is also with you. So it is very important to do that. And next thing I would like to talk about while wrapping up the session, I would like to talk about the thing is we have spoken about the parenting, we have spoken about self awareness, but now when we are talking about the corporate thing, we are talking about the companies. At this moment of time, how companies can grow or companies can bring their sales up or work up by following the cash model. Cash means, I don't mean the money. Cash is, has a spelling change in it. So it's K. K that stands for know your customers, know your market, know your product, whatever you are selling, whatever you are, if you are into business or if you are into jobs, you should always know your customers, your market, and your product. Till the time you don't know your customers, market, and your product, you won't be able to gain a repetitive position in a market. Secondly, A stands for attitude. If you don't have the attitude of doing something, either in job or in corporate or in work, it won't work. For example, even if I opened a company, I'm an entrepreneur, I have opened a company, but I have been involved in so many things and I'm just being lazy to do that. So if my attitude is like that, if I don't believe in my product, if my attitude is like that, that I cannot work on that, so of course I would not work on that. So it is very important to have the attitude. So third thing is S. S stands for skill. Like I told you, that how you need to develop your skills. So right now, if I would say when the things are going offline, do you have the skills to go online? Do you know about digital marketing, or do you know someone who do digital marketing who can actually go and help you to sell your product, or so that people can know about your product? Anything like that. So it is very important to develop the skill from time to time, and skill should be not concentrated on one. Suppose I have developed a digital skill today, tomorrow something new will come up. So I should be always into the mode that I am learning. If I'm not learning, I'm just ruining myself. And H stands for honesty. Honesty is basically when I'm honest about my product. I'm honest about that. What if I'm getting, if I'm selling my product to the clients, are the clients happy with me? If actually the clients are not happy with me, do I really uh, doing justice to my product? Do am I really doing justice to my company? So be honest with it. Be honest to your clients. Be honest to yourself, and you will see the changes. You will definitely see that how the people are coming towards you and how you are making the business. So this is all from my side. So I hope you enjoyed this session. And um, Alan or Shumi, if you are there, I would request Alan or Shumi if you're there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Shumi, this is all from my side. If the viewers have any questions, you can let me know.
Okay, ma'am. I will let you know if there is any questions. And thank you for your beautiful discussion. It was really informative for me and for my audiences as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professional Consulting, for giving the opportunity to in a very wonderful platform where am able to connect a lot of people. And I hope you enjoyed the session. So if you have any queries, any questions, you can definitely let me know, and we can definitely work together on it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Naznal. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Najmul Hussain has a question. Uh, a nice presentation, Monica ma'am. By how we can keep corporate culture better at workplace?
Okay, so when we talk about the corporate culture, better at work pressure, see, when obviously when we have the sales work or we have the customer centric culture, we need to work on things. But there should be some gap or activity should be done in the corporate, like some stress management program should be done, some gaming activities should be done, some like some sort of breather should be always done from time to time. And because I have seen the people just trying to corporates are trying to save the money that it would cost money to the corporate trainer, that corporate trainer would come and actually take some money, but the value that the corporate trainers add, it's very fruitful. It has been found that the 1 hour or 2 hour session or 1 day session, basically people invite us for 2 day session, 3 day session in the corporate for actually doing these sort of activities, stress management or life skills management, something that is not related to the work. So when something that is not related to the work and the breather is given, apart from that, whatever is being done, you will see the productivity will go high. So their productivity it has been actually, the research has been also been done. When the corporate trainings have been given related to stress management or games playing or life management, decision making, something like that. So the amount of time they are involved, the productivity has definitely increased. And suppose somebody is giving the sales training, if you have invited somebody from outside giving the sales training, so you should also note one thing, that sales training should not be like that. Sales, how you should do the sales. It should be involving the games. It should be involving the involvement of both the things, and the employee should be open up with you. Till the time employees will not be open up, they will always feel the pressure. So it is very important for the employees to open up. You can ask them, if you cannot do the corporate training at this moment of time, you can always ask them to like have a session on a weekend or in once in a month, that let's have a dance session. The people who are interested in dance can have dancing sessions or can have a singing session, whatever. Let the people's inner quality come out. And this is how they will enjoy the things. I remember the first organization I was working for when I used to work in some company. We always had something funny in a month. Sometimes it was in a week. Every Friday we had to dress up something nicely. It's like we had decided a theme. Everybody has to wear a black. So everybody was excited. So 1 week we have done that. Then other week there was a singing activity, so people can nominate themselves, or we can ask randomly to open up people and make a friendly relationship. So slowly and slowly, when the people will actually having the friendly relationship, the pressure will go less. The pressure will actually be less, and the people will enjoy working with. So I hope I'm able to answer, Mr. Hussain.
Okay, we have another question from Muhammad Asad Ahmed Akash.
Mhm.
Um, how can I do manage my stresses on corporate cultural life? Is it possible manage to do yoga or meditation?
Yes, definitely you can do yoga and meditation. Yoga and meditation is found very helpful. And as I said, meditation is not only chanting, it is that you can also concentrate on something, whatever you enjoy. Maybe if it is your hobby, anything, if you enjoy doing it, if you have the full concentration on that, definitely it will help you. So yoga and meditation are definitely helpful. Apart from that, try to find out yourself. By trying to find out yourself means what are your hobbies. Try to find out that how can you work on your hobbies. How can you actually work on your stress? So this is how you can, you have to little explore yourself. So when you are in a corporate environment, do you have to work from like 8 hours or 9 hours? Okay. So when you're working from 8 hours or 9 hours, of course you will feel stressed. But can you actually take some time for yourself, or uh, uh, actually laughing, or can you take some time for yourself, or uh, seeing some comedy serial or something that interests you? It could be your hobby, painting, anything that interests you. So am I able to answer, Mr. Akash?
Okay,
Hello? Uh,
I hope the answer was helpful for Mr. Akash. Okay, another question from Monideepa Kalita. Can corporate
mhm.
culture should keep in view people mental health?
Yes, it
Another
is
question
very
for you, ma'am.
important. Yes, it is very important that mental health is, because if you won't care about their mental health, trust me, the people will sometimes get frustrated and they will not be able to work with you. So it is very important to work on the mental health. So, if I talk about working on the mental health, monthly you can take some game activities or something. You can ask them to go out, take them out somewhere where maybe it is costing you money for the some time, but you will see the revenue that will come after that. It will actually help you a lot. And mental health sessions should definitely be done to make them aware. Because, for example, I'm coming to the office right now, okay, and I might be suffering from some problem at my home. I have so much problem from my home, but I have to pretend in the office that yes, everything is going fine. And the people at this moment of time, when they're ignoring mental health, they are having the bigger problems. So even if you found top management also, top management people are having the bigger problems because their mental health is destroying. You might have seen going to the psychologist or psychiatrist many times. So why should not we integrate that thing from the beginning, from the employee level, so that everybody could have the good mental health? It is very important, definitely. The corporate culture can have. Okay. So how can we keep our mental stability when we are anxious during this COVID-19 pandemic time? So I would tell you, Mr. Young, that first of all, depends on how much anxious you are. So if you feel there is so much of anxiety during this time, first you should start rubbing your hands instantly. What happens when you start rubbing your hands? Your oxytocin releases from your body. That helps you to keep your mind calm. It is depends at how much anxious you are. And of course, sometimes the anxiety definitely increases during this time because the situation is like that. But we need to actually know more about it, that what sort of anxiety you are facing. So, for in short term, I would say that you need to do the yoga and meditation, but I need to know exactly the anxiety symptoms and much more about it in order to help you with the appropriate answer for that. Because it has to be complete case history. I need to take it to give you the appropriate answer, that what level of anxiety you are having, and that what level of anxious you are facing, and what are the symptoms for that. So has to go a little deep. So on ground level, I can tell you, you can do yoga, meditation, and rub your hands. But that also you can do that. But if the level of anxiety is more, we need to speak on it in like personal.
Okay,
Okay. What should a
Ms. Ramesh. Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it,
So
ma'am.
what should a culture do first to cope up different corporate culture? Ms. Hassan, I would like to know that what type of corporate culture you are talking about. Means different corporate culture, fresher will be going in the company that would be having a one type of corporate culture, if I'm not wrong. So I want to understand your question more. If you could please elaborate it more, I would be able to answer it in a better way. Miss Hassan, are you typing so that I would like to understand your question in a better way because there are different type of corporate culture in different companies. So it depends. So if you can elaborate your question, I would be able to answer you in a better way. How to create a good relationship with family members nowadays a busy casual timing. Okay. Yeah, of course, everybody is busy this time. So at least take a week out. Uh, any day in a week, you decide to talk to your family, friends, because now online options are available. If your family is not present offline, take an online call. And if your actually family is not here, then you can actually talk to them. So what you need to do is that what used to happen is that like people actually when we talk about family we think so many things that if I will talk this the people will feel bad, if I will talk this the people will feel bad, and there are so many things that are inside that we are not able to talk. We think that the people will be actually not listening to us or maybe judging us. So first we need to keep that out of our mind. Start sharing little things, maybe on phone. At least find some time, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes with your family. Laugh with them. Maybe it can be at your dinner table. It can be at your lunch time. Any time that you think, because lunchtime you take time for yourself, right? Why not to do the lunch with the family? You take time for dinner. Why not to do dinner with the family? Chit chat with them, talk something about to them, laugh on the small issues, create some like jokes, do something so that more involvement of every person would be there. And trust me, this is the best time when your actually family will get more involved. The grudges that we have for the family members, it can get resolved. So it's just that we have to initiate somewhere. Just find some time, 30 to 40 minutes. It could be at dinner table while sleeping or lunchtime, anytime when you find comfortable, and then you can do that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Sometimes we get stressed in our workplace, so your discussion was really helpful for us. Um, you told us how to overcome our stress, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you very much.
all. Thank you all for being with us through the whole entire session. And our next webinar is on 24th. I'm welcoming you all. I hope you all will be connected with us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professional Consulting, for inviting me for such a wonderful seminar. And I really love the audience also because they are very curious to know the questions and answers. And this keep this curiosity and keep on learning. That's what I still do. I keep on learning every day. So that's a small suggestion that you also keep on learning every day. Whatever comes is a learning, and this too shall pass. So please work on your mental health also. It is very important, and maintain the healthy relationships. Be happy, keep laughing, and enjoy whatever you are doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.